The long goodbye begins with a chance encounter that changes everything. Private Detective Philip Marlowe meets Terry Lennox outside a bar one night, a war-scarred, alcoholic man with a mysterious air and a beautiful, wealthy wife. Despite their differences, Marlowe is drawn to Lennox's quiet dignity and clear pain, and the two strike up an unlikely friendship. Their bond deepens over late-night drinks and guarded conversations, but it soon becomes clear that Lennox is hiding something dark. One day, Lennox shows up at Marlowe's apartment, clearly in trouble. His wife, Sylvia, has been found dead, brutally murdered. Without asking questions, Marlowe agrees to drive him to Mexico. A few days later, news breaks: Lennox is dead by suicide, leaving behind a signed confession for Sylvia's murder. Case closed. Or so it seems. But for Marlowe, the story doesn't sit right. He's a man who trusts his gut, and his gut tells him there's more to the story. He refuses to cooperate with the police, earning himself harassment and brief jail time. Eventually, the case fades from the headlines, and Marlowe tries to move on. That's when a new client enters the picture, a powerful publisher named Harlan Potter, who asks Marlowe to keep an eye on a famous author, Roger Wade. Wade is a self-destructive alcoholic whose behavior is spiraling out of control, and his wealthy wife, Eileen, is worried. At first, this seems unrelated to the Lennox case, but soon the two stories begin to overlap in strange and disturbing ways. As Marlowe delves into Wade's life, he encounters a world of wealth, lies, and manipulation. The Wade's marriage is crumbling, and Wade himself is unstable, violent, and haunted. Eileen, meanwhile, is both vulnerable and enigmatic, harboring secrets of her own. Marlowe realizes that Sylvia Lennox, Terry's dead wife, had ties to this world, and to these people. The deeper he investigates, the more he uncovers a web of cover-ups, corruption, and power games involving not just the Wades, but the Potters and the Lennox family as well. Powerful men are pulling strings behind the scenes, and Marlowe is warned, repeatedly, to stop digging. But he doesn't. He never does. Through it all, Marlowe remains loyal to the one man he barely knew but somehow trusted, Terry Lennox. That loyalty is tested again and again, especially as new evidence suggests that Terry may not have been innocent after all. But Marlowe isn't a man who judges quickly. He's more interested in the truth, even if it hurts. As the case reaches its breaking point, Roger Wade is found dead, apparently by suicide. But Marlowe suspects foul play. The tension between him and the police, the press, and the powerful elite continues to grow, yet he remains defiant, standing by his code in a world that has none. In a final twist, Marlowe learns the truth: Terry Lennox is alive. He faked his death and fled to avoid being destroyed by the scandal. Sylvia's murder wasn't as simple as it seemed, and Lennox, though not entirely innocent, was far from the monster the world made him out to be. Marlowe tracks him down and confronts him, not to punish or betray him, but to understand. Their final meeting is quiet and bittersweet. There's no dramatic confession or cathartic showdown, just two men sharing a last drink and a final goodbye. Marlowe lets him go, knowing that whatever justice might mean in this world, it doesn't always come from the law. The Long Goodbye is more than just a detective story. It's a meditation on friendship, betrayal, and the loneliness of standing by your principles in a compromised world. Chandler's Los Angeles is glamorous on the surface, but underneath it's rotting, filled with people who've sold their souls for money, fame, or survival. In the middle of it all is Philip Marlowe, stubbornly decent, hopelessly alone, and endlessly compelling. His story doesn't end in triumph or closure, but in the quiet resignation that doing the right thing rarely pays off, and sometimes, all you can do is say goodbye and walk away.